earlier at the inaugural session, the President did refer to the Statue of Unity and the imposing structure, the tallest statue in the world, and what it represented. He also spoke about Constitution Day, and he had congratulated the presiding officers on the choice of venue as well.
राष्ट्रपति रामनाथ कोविंद ने अपने उद्घाटन संबोधन में अपने संबोधन के शुरुआत में ही इस बात का जिक्र किया कि सरदार पटेल की प्रतिमा के सानिध्य में इस सम्मेलन का होना अपने आप में कई संकेत और संदेश लिए हुए है।
President Ramnath Kovind being accompanied by the Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Vijay Rupani, and the Governor, Acharya Devvrat.
एक 182 मीटर ऊंची इस प्रतिमा के साथ साथ केवड़िया आने वाले पर्यटकों के लिए गुजरात सरकार ने सरदार पटेल स्टैचू कॉम्प्लेक्स में शॉपिंग सेंटर और एक रिसर्च सेंटर भी बनवाया है। इसके अलावा इस पूरे स्टैचू कॉम्प्लेक्स में सरदार पटेल के पूरे राजनीतिक जीवन को दर्शाती प्रदर्शनी है, वो तस्वीरें हैं, उनके जीवन के उस संघर्ष को उन तस्वीरों के जरिए यहाँ लोगों के सामने रखा गया है।
We also need to see that in uniting the country, it was not a victory of any political party or any movement. It was the people's victory because democracy won. In fact, that is what Sardar Patel had said also in his speeches in the Constituent Assembly while talking about the union of states. It was the elimination of old autocracies and democracy itself winning, and that was the greatest victory in bringing about a bloodless revolution in uniting 560 plus princely states. The President, who is the head of the Indian Union and also the head of all the legislatures and parliament, and he is elected indirectly to his office by this electoral college, which consists of all the legislatures and the parliament. The President will be paying his homage and tributes to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. When we look at the contribution of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, we need to also put into context that there was a lot of fluidity at the time of the creation of the states, because initially the princely states, they were not agreeing to a union or with the country of India. They just initially wanted just defense, foreign affairs, communication, these kind of issues. But it was the astute management and skill with which Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel negotiated that he managed to bring legislative authority over the states, and the princely states had agreed to allow legislative and central government also links and controls, and that was the creation of the Federation and the Union of India. It was an enormous task, but must be looked at, as we said earlier, in the context of the emergence of the Republic of India, because at the time India had already given up all its obligations to the British Crown. It was introducing new ideas of democracy. They were looking for models on which to follow, and there were 560 plus autocracies in a sense. There were small little princely states which were following the system of dynasty rather than of people's rule. But This was the transition to a process of democracy where the princes gave away to chief ministers.
देश को एक साथ जोड़ने का सपना देखने वाले सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल की मूर्ति भारत की हस्तकला, शिल्पकला, पर्यटक स्थल और देश की खूबसूरती की एक बेजोड़ मिसाल है। राष्ट्रपति रामनाथ कोविंद इस समय सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल को श्रद्धा सुमन अर्पित करने के लिए इस गगनचुंबी प्रतिमा की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं। सरदार पटेल की 182 मीटर ऊंची गगनचुंबी प्रतिमा विंध्याचल और सतपुड़ा की पहाड़ियों के बीच विश्व के सामने गर्व से खड़ी नजर आती है।
And what we see are the feet of this imposing colossal statue, the feet and sandals that Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel wore. President paying homage to the Statue of Unity, which embodies in essence the very unity of India, of which the President is the first citizen and the symbolic head of that unity. Acharya Devvrat and Chief Minister Vijay Rupani also paying their homage at the feet of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, India's first Home Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, at a statue which stands 182 meters tall, and these are the feet and sandals of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel.
स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी के कॉम्प्लेक्स में ही एक संग्रहालय भी है, जहां पर्यटक और स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी पर अपनी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करने वाले भारत के नागरिक, भारत के वासी यहां आके ये देख सकते हैं कि किस तरह का जीवन सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल का रहा। वो सादगी भरा जीवन उनका, जिसमें उन्होंने लंदन में अपनी पढ़ाई की और फिर भारत वापस आके गुलाम भारत को आजाद करने के लिए जो संघर्ष रहा है, साथ ही साथ वंचितों का, किसानों के एक संघर्ष के एक मजबूत आवाज वल्लभ भाई पटेल हमेशा रहे।
And Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel played a crucial role in the integration of Hyderabad with the Indian Union, as well as Junagadh. He said that if Hyderabad wishes to be heard, it must follow bravely and courageously the popular will. Otherwise, Hyderabad's fate will sooner or later be the same as those of other rulers and dynasties who had attempted to thwart the popular will, only at the cost of their existence. These are the words of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel himself. Democracy is the only way, and that is what has created the Union of States. He also said of Pakistan at the time that India has no other wish except to remain at peace with Pakistan, After all, Pakistan is our neighbor, and one does not pick quarrels with one's neighbor. They perhaps thought, speaking of Pakistan, that faced with critical problems, India would not be able to deal with the inroads on her integrity and on her security. And that itself is the achievement with which India's unity stands.
सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल को उनके कठोर फैसलों के लिए जाना जाता था, जिसका परिणाम भयंकर कठिन राजनीतिक स्थितियों में सकारात्मक कार्रवाइयों के रूप में मिला। राष्ट्र अपनी राजनीतिक